name's Chism. I started in MMA about 3 years ago. Went straight from wrestling. College football didn't work out, so I had to find something active to do. And I saw a local event here and went to it and said, "Hey, I can beat some of these guys." And started out training there and fought in the next event that next year. Actually, I was self-trained for my very first fight. Me and Cameron Neville figured out, we got in touch with James and got in the event, and we trained for about 3 weeks before the fight in the Valdosta wrestling room. We didn't know anything but basic boxing and a rear naked choke and how to wrestle. I was actually pretty confident going into it until I stepped in the ring and looked across the ring, and I said, "Oh crap, what'd I get myself into?" My first opponent was out of Tallahassee Fight Club. His name was Doug Veltkamp. He was 6'7", 205 pounds, and if you don't know anything about Tallahassee Fight Club, there's some pretty tough guys, and I didn't know it back then, but now I'd be kind of worried if I had to fight one of those guys. Mixed martial arts has grown tremendously in the last 3 years that I've been in it, with all the reality TV shows being on, the BET show, The Ultimate Fighter, and all the live fights they're doing now on all the different channels like HDNet and Spike and the Affliction cards and stuff on Showtime. People want to do it, want to learn mixed martial arts because it's the popular thing to do right now, I guess. The very first thing I started out doing was boxing. I was early middle school. I boxed at a small gym. It was a lot like this gym. It was with Thomas Macera, who's the head VSU softball coach right now. And I think he was boxing professionally, but then had a real nice gym with a ring set up. And started out boxing with him for about a year, and then I got into middle school wrestling, and from there I fell in love with wrestling and wrestled through middle school, through high school, and then when I started training for mixed martial arts, I started learning kickboxing. Jiu-jitsu, you gotta have a ground game to be successful, and it's something I'm kind of lacking right now. But we got a real good jiu-jitsu coach up in Macon. He comes down and we go up there a lot, and the ground game's coming along, but it's not where it needs to be to fight at the next level. Definitely, I have to work on that for a while. It doesn't come as easy as the stand-up game does, and you have to really work on that game. I like to switch up my stance a little bit, and when I switch to my left-hand stance, I'll throw more with my lead hand, which is my right hand. But I got a good hook off of my left-handed stance, a good front hook. About 4 weeks out, I'll start dieting, eating good, drinking lots of water, and really, I mean, 4 weeks out when I start training, that's all I'm thinking about for 4 weeks is my opponent. I'll know a little bit about him. I know what he's going to do, and I'll pretty much all my spare time is me sitting around thinking about what I'm going to do in certain situations, and the fights where I haven't really been that focused on, I've lost, and I really just started getting back into hard with my training and focusing on the fight 4 weeks out, and so I just got to get your body in shape, get it ready. A lot of cardio. The fight's won in the days leading up to the fight. I mean, you've already won the fight if you train hard for the 4 weeks or 6 weeks before leading up. And if you train as hard as you can, you can't be beat. And that's kind of what I'm getting to where I can learn. Usually, I'll just search them on YouTube, Google their name, and you can look up a fighter's record and see what he's won by and see what he likes to do. If he's won a lot of submissions, he likes to go to the ground. If he's got a lot of TKOs, he likes to take you down and ground and pound, or just stand up and bang with you. But I usually don't see a lot of video on him, but you can find probably one or two of both. You have to you want to know what your opponent's going to do. Everybody that fights me knows I like to stay on my feet and strike, and a lot of the guys I've fought in the past are wrestlers and collegiate wrestlers and like to take you down, or real good ground guys. So I know they're going to try to take me down. So my focus is staying on my feet, and their focus is to get my age, because I'm young to be where I'm at right now. I'm only 21. I got a long way to go. I haven't been training in a long time, and most of the guys I've fought, they've been training for years and have way more fights than me. And I think just my age and the shape that I'm usually in plays a big factor in the fight. My hardest fight mentally would be the fight that I got choked out in 30 seconds here in Valdosta. That took a lot for me to overcome that, and that one kind of got to me. I went on a little bit of a losing streak after that. My toughest fight physically would have to be the last time I fought for the Georgia State title against Dave Mewborn from Hardcore Gym in Athens, and that was a 3-round fight, the first like really good fight I've been in, and that was the hardest fight physically. But I was in good shape that fight, and he kind of squeaked it out on me.
So it was won by decision.
The fighter that I would most like to be like probably, yeah, I'm a huge Chuck Liddell fan. I like his fighting style and the way he likes to just stand on his feet and bang. I'm becoming a huge Fedor fan too. Yeah, I like the strikers more than the grapplers. Actually, I think you gotta have a little of both.
So just being dominant in one.
If you're a dominant striker, you're gonna get taken down eventually, and if you're a dominant grappler, eventually you're not gonna be able to get somebody to the ground. So I think you gotta have a little of both to be successful.